Update.
Is that supposed to be the meme of like the guy dancing and then it's returned with the guitar solo or whatever?
No, I don't know what you mean. I was just... It was vaguely Corneria, but not enough to actually be that.
In the Commercial Chaos from a few years ago, the guy's in the mine.
I just watched that last night, actually, but
Oh.
no, I wasn't that.
Feller, grandma's kisses, you feller, grandma's kisses, you feller, fuck your ass, you fucking piece of shit. I'm waiting for people to show up in chat. You fucking piece of shit. Fuck you,
diffusing first,
fuck you, fuck you. I guess so. There you go, we got someone in chat.
Grandma's kisses.
So it's, let's see, it was functions, scripting, and what?
Simon Spins, which is
That's
the best module.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love Simon Spins.
I don't really know what to do with that one. I mean, I've been eating them.
All right. Let's go.
All available experts, please report to room A9.
Just look like some garbage ass modules.
Okay,
And metal Simon Spins.
serial number is Quebec 58 Lima Echo 8. I have...
You've already exploded.
Yeah, I have a unlit send, that's Sierra November Delta. I have 3 and 2. I forgot that's what I normally do first. And then I have 2 port plates. One is blank. The other has a serial and a parallel. You're right, the screen isn't updating. Why is that?
You said a serial and a parallel?
Yeah.
Hang on.
I will let you do Simon Spins because
Hang on, I'm trying to...
it was the best one.
Why don't you do Simon Spins?
Why is it even
I'll
able
do
to
it
capture
on the
this in the
next one.
first place? What does it think it's... Like, Catane isn't actually listed here. It's strange.
I'm gonna start reading through functions, see what the hell this shit is.
Alright, that should be good. Sorry about that, guys. And thanks for actually telling me instead of waiting like 10 minutes into the stream.
Oh, were we supposed to be seeing something? Oh.
Yeah. Okay, what do you mean, Obama?
What?
I have a what do you call it? Like an anagrams that says Obama. It's kaboom, but Obama. It's so good.
Thanks, Obama.
The other one is sedate. Obama.
Emergency cleared. All personnel, please return to the stations.
Oh, good God, what is going on in this
Now
module?
I can see the stream while using the app.
Do you know which one is functions?
It
It
no,
should have,
because
like,
go on.
It should have number buttons at the top, and then there's just like a bunch of random numbers and bullshit at the bottom.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I will need you to read out the bullshit on the bottom. I
Okay.
don't know what to do with it yet, but
So the buttons are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, Q, C, comma, then S on the right. Then there's like 4 displays that are blank, and then there's a display that says 642, then a display with the letter G, then a display that says 464.
okay.
I know it's sedate. Oh, good idea.
I will be
Seated?
back in 5 years to once I give you something for this one.
Oh, I've got it. It's Dasty. Hmm. I know, it's sad tea.
Is it not seated?
I thought they had to be bomb related.
Maybe.
No, it was just seated. Also, when you said seated, I heard it as seeded because they sound the same in American accents.
I mean, I can enunciate more if you would prefer.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying that I couldn't. I passed it wrong.
From now on, I will speak in a transatlantic accent, so there will be no mistaking what I am saying.
Was that a transatlantic accent? It just sounded like you, but enunciating.
I am speaking in an accent beyond
Beyond
your
her
range of hearing. So I'm ready on Simon Spins. This is
Okay.
a interactive module.
I'm guessing this
sort
is the
of.
thing with the spinning bullshit.
Yes.
Go
The
ahead
thing
then.
that showed up on a bomb for me and Josh one time randomly, and he's like, I have no idea how to describe this to you.
Yeah. Just like it's a bunch of clock hands of different colors, and some of them are getting longer and shorter and spinning around weirdly. And
Oh, none of mine are
changing
getting
shape.
longer or shorter. They're just rotating.
Or yeah, I think that
Well,
only happens in the interactive.
they're
I'm not
gonna.
sure.
Okay.
So the first thing we have to do is we have to find the paddle with a red stem.
Red stem. Okay, I got it.
Okay. And let's see. With that information, what we do is I need to know if that paddle with the red stem, does it have a minus, a plus, or a Y shape on
It's
it?
a Y shape.
Okay, I need to write that down. Okay, I typed that somewhere and I don't know where that went. Press the paddle with the red stem.
Hang on, my radio's going off. Okay, pressing the paddle with the red stem. Now. All the clock hands have stopped. Now they've all changed, and now they're spinning again, and the paddles have changed. Yeah,
That's gonna happen. In stage 2, what we need to do is identify the paddle with the Y shape on it.
yeah, I got it.
We need to find the paddle with the minus on it.
Never mind, you're already playing. Oh shit! Did you ask to join us, Joseph, or something? If you wrote a message in the Discord, I didn't see it. I might drop in for a bit. You can if you want. Anyway, sorry. I've got the one with the Y on it. What am I looking for?
You also need to find the paddle with the minus on it.
Yeah. Oh, you just meant you might watch it.
And then what we do with that is I need to know what the fuck does this icon mean? Okay. I'm gonna have to make a guess as to what this means. It should be possible for you to click and hold on a paddle to get it to flip so you can see what the bottom looks like.
They actually just flip sometimes anyway. Well, 2 of them do.
Yeah, long press the paddle with the minus and tell me what the bottom looks like.
Alright. I suppose I have to let go.
Probably.
Okay, the bottom has 2 yellow circles.
That's not what I was expecting.
They're running in parallel with the stem. Not parallel, but like, if the stem kept going, they'd be in line with it. that makes
Okay.
sense.
I'll get back to you. I have to figure out what this icon means because I don't know what it wants me to look for.
Okay.
I'm ready to start messing around with functions. I'm slightly confused by how this thing works, but I think I sort of get it.
Okay.
We basically just need to test some shit.
Sure.
We need to put in some arbitrary numbers and see what it gives you.
Okay.
Never touch the submit button. And
I assume that's the S on the right.
yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter what we pick, but I guess do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hit comma.
Okay.
Did that move it into like one of the cells?
So as I was typing it, the fourth blank display was putting, like, that's where my numbers were showing up. Then as soon
It's
as
like
I
the middle long one, right?
yeah, as soon as I pressed comma, the 1, 2, 3, 4 appeared in the first display, the comma in the middle tiny display, like the second one, and yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Then now just do like 5, 5, 5, 5, and then hit comma.
Okay, well, pressing comma didn't put it anywhere.
Okay, hold on.
So my displays currently say 1, 2, 3, 4, comma blank 5, 5, 5, 5.
Okay, it might be Q. I'm trying to understand this. So it's yeah. It says you may note the number entered, the first number of a bivariate by pressing the comma button. This will cause the number entered the top left display. You may then enter a second different number in the same way you entered the first. If
No.
when querying, both displayed input numbers are the same, or if either number is 0, a strike will be given. So you did hit comma a second time?
I did, yeah, nothing happened.
Press Q and tell me what happens.
Okay, now let's put the 5, 5, 5, 5 in the third display.
Okay.
And the fourth display is changed to the number 2.
It's just a 2?
Yeah.
Okay. That is interesting. Let's do some other shit.
Should I clear the
Let's actually do the
display to see?
reverse of that. Yeah, clear it. Do those in the opposite order. 5, 5, 5, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4. I just want to see what that gives.
That's also 2.
Okay, now let's try something totally different. Let's do 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't think it has to be a 4-digit number. Just do 9.
That gave me a 9 as the output.
Okay. I'll probably ask you to try some other ones, but let me see if I can figure out what this is. I basically have to figure out what function it's doing to these two numbers, and there's 42 possible things it could be.
Okay.
Info on Simon Spins.
Sure. Ready on Simon.
So the paddle with the minus, actually any of these paddles, are they are the shape, is it like changing colors or alternating between visible or not at all?
None of them have anything changing about them except for the following. One of them is rotating clockwise, one of them is rotating anti-clockwise. 2 of them occasionally spin about the axis of the stem. And finally, there is one of them that is changing color on its, like, display, if that makes sense. Do you need me to tell you what the states are that it's changing between?
Yes.
Okay. The blue 3-stemmed hand with 3 dots at the end, like 3 little nibbits, is pentagonal, and the display is changing between a black background with a red outlined plus shape and the inverse, a red background with a black outlined plus shape.
Okay, so the symbol is alternating colors. Okay.
Yeah.
Then here's what we have to do. You haven't yet pressed anything for this stage, right?
Other than holding on the one of them to flip it.
Right, that doesn't count.
Okay.
So what we have to do now is you're going to want to press the paddle with the Y shape on it.
Is that all? Just press that?
No. Then the paddle that has the minus, I need to know if it's alternating colors or if it's alternating between the symbol and nothing, or if it's not doing anything.
I can't currently see the display. Should I long hold it so that I can?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. At the moment, before doing it, the symbol is appearing and disappearing while also rotating.
Okay. Then you want to click the minus paddle.
Nope. I think you meant that I wanted to click the Y paddle, which is what you told me before. Or...
You needed
know.
to click two things.
Okay.
I had you press the Y first.
I hadn't clicked it yet because I thought I should get the info for you first.
Ah, okay.
So upon striking, everything has changed.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start over. Find the paddle with the red stem.
I have.
Okay. Is it a minus, plus, or Y?
It's a Y.
Press the red stemmed paddle.
Okay, everything is morphing. Gonna get some shape tweens, I think. Okay. Yep, everything's changed.
Find the paddle with the Y shape.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Find the paddle with the minus shape.
Yep.
That paddle, is its icon alternating colors, disappearing, or staying steady?
Alternating colors.
Okay.
I will also
Press
note that
the
it
paddle
has... When it has a red background, it's like a red with a light red stripe. Instead of just pure
It
red.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Press the paddle with the Y shape, then the paddle with the minus shape.
Okay. Okay, everything's morphing. Alright, what now?
Okay. Let's see. Find the paddle whose icon is appearing and disappearing.
Yep.
Is that paddle rotating clockwise, counterclockwise, or staying still?
Clockwise.
Okay. Then you want to press the paddle with the Y shape.
I will do that now then.
Then
Yep.
the paddle whose icon is alternating colors.
Yep.
Then the paddle that is rotating clockwise.
Okay. Everything's changing.
Find the paddle that is rotating clockwise.
Yep, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant find the paddle that is rotating counterclockwise.
Yep, got it.
How many stems does it have?
1.
Okay. Press the paddle with the Y shape.
Yep.
Then the paddle whose color is alternating, or whose shape is alternating colors.
Yep. Okay.
Then the paddle that is rotating clockwise.
Nope, I got a strike for that.
Okay.
Everything has morphed. I don't know if we need to start from stage 1 again or not.
We do. Find
Okay.
the paddle with the red stem.
Yep. Has a Y on it.
Okay. Press that paddle.
Brian, I'm transforming. Yep, what now?
Find the paddle with the minus
Yep.
shape. Is it alternating colors, disappearing and reappearing, or staying solid?
Disappearing, reappearing.
Okay. Press the Y paddle,
Yep.
and then the disappearing and reappearing paddle.
Okay. Everything's morphing. Mhm.
Find the paddle whose icon is staying solid.
Okay. Yep.
Is it rotating clockwise, counterclockwise, or not at all?
Anti-clockwise.
Okay. Then press the Y-shaped paddle,
Yep.
then the disappearing and reappearing paddle,
Yep.
then the anti-clockwise paddle.
Okay, we're morphing.
When you get a minute, I want you to try something.
We should be done pretty soon, I think. Okay, we're on stage 4.
Find the paddle that is not rotating at all.
Yep, I've got it. Well, okay, it's not rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise, but it does occasionally spin about its axis. That's fine, right?
That's probably okay. I see. These symbols don't mean about their own axis. They mean probably around the center thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Mhm.
That's annoying. Okay. The paddle that is not rotating, how many stems does it have?
Stems 1.
Okay. Press the Y-shaped paddle,
Yep.
then the disappearing and reappearing icon paddle,
Yep.
then the rotating counterclockwise paddle,
Yep.
then the paddle with one stem.
Okay, they're all stopping. They're actually morphing again. We have stage 5. How many stages
Find
is
the
this?
paddle with 3 stems. It can be between 3 and 5.
Okay. 3 stems. I've identified it.
Okay. This paddle, does it have a stripe running across it perpendicular to its axis, one running across it parallel to its axis, or not one running across it at all?
The stripe is running perpendicular to the axis. On the display, you
Okay.
mean?
Then press the Y-shaped icon,
Okay.
the disappearing and reappearing icon,
Yep.
the counterclockwise rotating paddle,
Mhm.
the paddle with one stem,
Mhm.
and the paddle with a perpendicular stripe.
Perpendicular stripe. Okay, solved. Ready on functions.
Okay, I basically just need to test if I have the right function here. Can you just kind of put in some random bullshit? It's just hit 4 numbers,
So
comma,
clearing
hit 4
first.
numbers. Make sure it's not the same number twice, and then
Okay.
just tell me what you did.
I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, comma.
No. Really, we already did that in the test once, but that's fine.
I was gonna do a
Just
different
make the second
number.
one different. Yeah.
Let's do 7, 7, 1, 1. I don't know. Q. That's giving me 7.
Okay, let me make sure that that follows the rules. Okay, I believe I know the function. I still don't know what to actually submit. Now that I know what the function is, it says, yeah, find the queries function, we did that. Use the letter on the bottom row along with table 2, finding an offset. Query function number. What? Boy, do I not know what this means. Let me reread this. This is very dense and confusing. Because you have 642G6 or 642G464 at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
I know I have to do something with that. I just don't know what yet.
What are you working on, Joel?
At the moment, nothing. I'm ready on scripting.
Okay, ready on scripting.
So there should be a few using directives in this code.
Mhm.
Are they numbered in any way?
I mean, they have line numbers. Because, you know.
Are lines 1, 2, and 3 all a using statement?
Yes.
Okay. Click on the second one.
As in, click the second using. That seems to be the only thing I can interact with out of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it has been slightly dulled in color.
Okay, now I need to read the next section here.
This is a great function. Timer equals 7. If timer is greater than 0, solve. And then return.
Oh, I guess I do
Okay,
need more information on scripting.
Okay. Ready on scripting?
So there should be a variable declaration. I need to know its data type, I guess.
Int timer.
Okay, and you said it's assigned to 7?
Well, so there's a class, and then in the class, int timer, and then in the function handle strikes, then it's assigned the value 7.
Okay. If you click on the int and change it to a different type, does that value change?
Yeah, if I clicked it, it changed to float, and now the value is 5.992223f.
Okay. Alright, well, int was the correct answer anyway, so cycle it back to int.
Okay.
Then the method type. Oh, we need number of solved modules for this.
Oh, well, it's currently at 4. I can refrain
Okay,
from
so,
solving any more.
Yeah. Keep it there, because this value will alternate based on that. The return type of the method should be void.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Then the final thing we need to do, I need to refer to this table here. Let's see. What the fuck does this part mean? Oh, I see what it's saying. Does any directive contain the word contain?
The word contain does not appear anywhere on here.
Okay.
I do have KMAPI.
Nope. Let's see. Then I just have to refer to this.
I think I know what you're submitting, but it's worded so
Okay.
confusingly, I'm not sure.
The function, or I guess it calls this the action. I guess some sort of function is being invoked. I think you said you have it set to solve currently. It should be handle strike.
Okay. Yeah, it's now calling handle strike.
Okay, run this script.
How? Oh, there's a big button that says run script. Script is successfully ran, no errors encountered. Solved. Okay. Ready on
Functions.
Yeah, functions.
Okay. This is going to be the stupidest answer ever if this is correct, but try just submitting 1.
So I've cleared, so I just press 1 submit.
I think.
Strike. I mean, there's not really a strike, but yeah, it didn't like that.
Okay, so I'm going to read out what this says because I don't know how else to interpret this.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and I'm going to have to, I'll elaborate on this further in a minute, but it says, and I quote, find the query function being used by querying one or more times and using list 1, which I did. Then use the letter on the bottom row along with table 2, which I did. Finding an offset to apply to that query function's number to find your final function. Wrap around as necessary. Submit the answer to the final function that uses the bottom displays as input by entering the answer using the keypad, then pressing S. So, here's the thing. The term query function is confusing to me. It's the way the manual is explaining this is it says the query function is one of these 42 things that it could have picked, which is what we put in those numbers in to test. And so I found that the operation it seems to be using is multiply the two numbers and then take the digital root of that answer.
Okay.
And so it says, yeah, find the query function. And then there's another thing. The G is, do you have a parallel port but no serial port? The answer is no, so that's a -5. So it's saying find the query function being used. Then it says, finding an offset to apply to that query function's number.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it means by that.
Are the query functions numbered in the list?
Yes.
Oh god, that's what that means? Okay. That's what we're fucking doing. See, I thought we were taking 642 times 464, get the digital root of that, and then subtract 5. But okay.
I see.
So
I think you just go back in the list 5 or something. And
yeah. Okay.
do that function. Joel, what do you want?
Nothing.
Can you?
We can do this. We can do this quickly.
Okay. Joel, can you look at Voltov Flip and get my info?
No, I don't know that.
It's a solo module. I just need some basic info to solve
okay.
it. It's like Minesweeper.
Okay, so your numbers are 462 and 642 and 464, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the function we're doing is all digits missing concatenated from 1 to 0. So I think that means 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 0.
I just type that and then submit.
It should be all the digits that aren't in the answer.
Oh, okay.
And then, from 1 to 10,
okay.
basically.
1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 0, submit. You did it. Solved.
What's left?
I have some kind of switches related module. I have one that involves A, B, C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's some coordinates on it, I think. It says B5 on the display, and there's some lights at the bottom. I also have one that might... There's a couple where one of them is a solo and one of them's not. I don't know which one's which. The comma and the Q were for, the comma separated the two variables, and then Q queried the two variables that I input so that we could find out what the function was.
I'm gonna cheat and look at your stream just to see what these modules look like.
Okay. So here's the switches module. Here's the coordinates one. Here is something I don't know, and here's another thing I don't know, and one of these is a soloable.
Probably do that switches one. Let me look. Okay, yeah, that's one of those where there's a bunch of variants.
Yeah.
Actually, that might just be vanilla switches.
Really?
Well, switches
there
isn't
anything-
a vanilla module, but
Oh.
Oh, it's not?
it's very old.
Okay. Let's see, there's... All the switches are just black, right?
The switches themselves are, yeah. Each switch has 2 lights underneath it, though. Of various colors.
Oh, okay. It's not one light above, one below. They're both below.
They're both below.
Okay, then this is not the original switches. This is oh God.
Okay, I have one Voltorb for you.
Okay.
It's in the upper right corner.
It does help.
Oh, dude, this sucks.
Oh.
This is uncolored switches, apparently.
Okay.
I guess tell me how it's currently arranged, and then I'll figure out what we're doing.
Well, the switches are in the positions up, down, 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 up.
Okay.
From left to right, the... Should I just tell you the lights in all in reading order, or should I tell you, like, column by column?
Go ahead and do reading order.
Reading order would be blue, red, red, blue, red. And the second...
Blue, red, red, blue, red.
Yes. Second row is cyan, blue, purple, red, purple.
Okay. Alright, we'll figure out what I'm doing with this.
Okay, I think I have the second Voltorb. I think it's in the third row, fourth column.
Thank you. Solved. Would you like to figure out one of these other modules then, Joel?
Sure.
Between these three, one of them I'm quite sure is a regular module, and then between the other two, one is a solo and one is a regular module, and I can't figure out which is which.
Okay, well, describe them to me. Break it down for me.
Okay, well, the one I'm quite sure is not soloable is this one with a display that says B-5, and then there's 6 letter buttons from A to F, and 6 number buttons from 1 to 6, and then 6 lights.
That's chess.
Okay. Then, of the other two, one of them has a big red display that says 4, 6, 8, and then 10 numbered buttons from 1 to 5, 6 to 0, and then a submit and a clear. There's also, like, I think that says 11 in the top left, unless that's just, like, a weird, like, 2 dashed lines or something.
Describe that one again.
So it's a black module with a display at the top middle that says 4, 6, 8.
The whole module is black?
It's a very dark gray or black, yeah.
Okay, and there's a red display that says 468.
Yeah, it's a darker black display with red text that says 468. In the top left, there's a square display with green, characters that either says 11 or it's just like 2 dashed lines next to each other. Then there are 10 numbered buttons in a 5x2 arrangement. Then there's a green submit button in the bottom left, a red clear button in the bottom right. Technically it says Sierra and Charlie, but... And then the bottom middle has a display much like the one at the top middle, but it is blank.
Okay, that sounds like... That's probably some sort of math module that's an older one. It's gonna take me a while to look through and see if anything catches my eye.
So how y'all doing
not
tonight,
that
chat?
Just double checking, do you have a souvenir, turn the key, any needy module, or any module with forget in its name?
I'm quite sure I don't.
Okay. And you have at least one strike?
Well, yes, yeah. You're eating the chess pieces.
Let's see. thankfully it's not radiator. Unfortunately, it's not the Swan or Burger alarm.
For the record, the other one is 8 digits on a green display, the word "or" at the top, and then 8 arrow buttons above them. I assume that's probably a solo module I'm just forgetting about.
When you say digits, are they binary digits?
Maybe they're all 0. So, unable to
Okay,
confirm. This
yeah,
could be in
that's-
literally any base.
Oh, okay. I think I found the other module. I think it's the number. How specific? That one actually looks like it's probably easy to solve, but let me see if I can identify this. I think
Let me see
you might
your
just be
asshole.
looking at bitwise operations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
probably. Okay, hold on. Let's do bitwise operations really quick. See if this makes sense. Oh, this requires me to do. I would have to do some setup for that. Let's do the number then. I think this is just kind of a let's read through the chart and see what it is.
Okay.
Oh wait, you said that this module has an S?
In the bottom left
submit?
on yeah, S to submit.
Shit, it's not the number.
Oh. Watching this in bed on phone, it's comfy.
Okay, well, fuck that module for now.
Nice.
Let me set up bitwise operations.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna post? Y'all already know what the fuck's going on.
Okay, I think I have an answer on uncolored switches.
Hang on, why can I not find... Oh, hang on, I remember. There we go.
Is this bomb counting up or down for time?
It's counting up.
Okay, so it started at 0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alternatively, here's another... Hang on, one second. Here's another image.
Number of modules on the bomb?
That would be 11. Did good progress on Garage Day, which is nice. Cool. I'm slowly getting my gatherers up. They're all in the mid-80s at the moment.
You still doing something?
Were you waiting on info?
No, I said I was ready, and then
Oh.
you were like, "Hold on, I'm doing stuff." And
Sorry. Yeah, I'm ready.
then, with the original Switches module, you had to do it in a particular way where, like, you could never have it in an illegal state. But this one doesn't seem to have that, so
Okay.
I think you can just flip these in. However, it says that 2 seconds after a switch is flipped, however it's laid out will be the submission. So just
Okay, so we have to be quick.
kinda quick. It should be down, up, up, down, up.
Solved.
Okay.
Ready on bitwise operations.
Ready on bitwise operations.
1111
Yep.
0011.
Solved. Alright, between the two of you, one of you needs to help identify whatever this black module is, and the other one needs to do chess.
I can do chess, I guess.
Okay.
I will continue to try to identify the mystery module.
Let me see your asshole.
God.
What was that from again?
Relax, Alex's Luigi's
Right.
Mansion video. Okay, the module will present a display, 2 rows of 6 buttons each. There are 6 unique coordinates. Present 6 positions on the chessboard. And the buttons on the bottom. Okay, do you have a green LED lit currently?
Yeah.
Under the 1?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it say on the screen right now?
Beta, beta hyphen 5.
Okay. You can click through all the numbers. Don't touch the letters. But, yeah, for each one of the numbers, tell me what it shows.
Okay. For 2, it's delta 6. These all have hyphens, I assume.
Yeah.
For 3, it's delta 4. For 4, it's foxtrot 2. For 5, it's beta 1. And for 6, it's charlie 5.
Okay.
Si, non, invasion. Si invasion in Zahor.
Yes.
In the what?
This would probably be easier in Paint. This is one of those ones that would be interesting for the chat to actually be able to see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, they'll get to see when, Oh, wait, no, because it's not one we're actually...
Okay. I think I may have identified the mystery module. I believe it's called the code.
The code. Do you have the code?
I might. Are the submit and clear buttons in the bottom right next to each other?
No, the submit is in the bottom left, clear is in the bottom right.
Shit. Okay, well, it's not the code.
Eto bomba ekt sabaka miasa. What the fuck does that mean, Joseph?
Get your commie language out of here. Come on, muffins. Fuck off.
Russian
Why
for
are you so mean
this
to your
bomb
wife?
eats dog meat. What the fuck?
He's pushing his face into my boot. Fucking idiot. Ah, okay. I believe this module is soloable. I believe I see why you left this in.
Is this one we did relatively recently? I'm like, oh, I can just solo this, and then I forgot what it was.
It is a very recent module, yes.
Okay.
The module shows 2 numbers and a keypad. Take the larger central number, mod the smaller number in the corner.
Oh, great! I'm so glad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to... okay. Alright, so 440, 451, 462, so this should just be 6. Okay.
I should have started at the contemporary side of the list and moved down.
Yeah, probably. Alright.
I don't think this will take that long. I just have to check a bunch of if cases.
Alright. I wish you could, like, alias file names.
What do you mean?
like that you could search for something that isn't actually the file name and it would find it, or you could start typing something that's not actually the file name but it would find it because it's like considered an alternate valid file name. There's two reasons. One is in my Lovely Fellows folder, they're named with their number first, so it's like 001 hello, etc. I was looking for a specific Lovely Fellow, I tried to type the name, didn't work because I had to type 048. So it'd be nice if I could alias all the file names so I could just type. And in my memes folder, I sometimes don't remember what I've named a meme, so it takes me a while to find it, because I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I called it this.
Don't I know that?
So it'd be nice if I could have like 5 different names for the meme, so I can easily find it no matter what I search, you know? Either that, or let us tag memes. Well, not just memes, but like tag files on the folder. Like, that would honestly be game-changing. If I could tag my files to search by things other than the regular metadata, or the file name, that'd be crazy.
There's probably a program that does that.
I guess so. But if it was built into the OS, that'd be even better, though. You know?
I mean, it would basically just be a program like I'm describing that's just sitting somewhere. Like, the only way you could actually bake that into the functionality of the file would not really be to do with the OS exactly. It would be the file system would be responsible for that.
Is there no,
then
like,
you
is
have a
there no
problem.
generic text field in the metadata for files that you can put stuff?
Not all files have, like that metadata is dictated by the file system.
I believe I'm ready on chess.
Okay, ready on chess. I like that build
you
up
want
just do a
to
mod
be-
function, yeah.
Yeah. You want to be entering E6.
Solved. Okay, Joel should do a bum next.
Yeah, the chess one is cool. Do you remember that one?
Not really.
You give me 6 positions on a chessboard. I figure out what pieces are in those based off of some, like...
Oh, is it like where can they cover and where's the one space that isn't covered?
Yeah, you find the one space on the board that isn't being hit.
That's cool. I hate chess, but that's a cool puzzle.
How can you hate chess? But you love Yu-Gi-Oh! They're the same game.
No. See, I usually hear people be like, "Oh, be like Fire Emblem. That's just anime chess." I'm like, "Fuck you." Fire Emblem is nothing like chess.
All Fire Emblem
You're moving
characters
things
are
on a
essentially
grid,
the same and
therefore
cannot
the
be
same.
differentiated.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I need a bomb that has functions,
Dun, dun,
scripting,
dun,
and
dun,
oh
dun,
boy,
dun.
Simon spins.
Bring it in.
So because I'm going to be doing a bomb last, I guess I'm diffusing Simon Spins and the other one. Yeah. Or I'm actually not
Expert
I'm ready to
Simon.
go when you guys are.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me just switch to whole screen here. So you're doing Simon Spins and scripting, I think, and I'm doing functions.
Yeah, I'll
Oh, that's
make
an
functions
interesting
sound a little
module. Happy
bit.
to see that on here.
I remember when
Oh,
Chrome
that's
said
cool.
Google en passant. Yeah.
Serial number is 489 Golf Kilo 0. I have 4 in 2. I have a lit Mike Sierra Alpha, a lit Foxtrot Romeo Kilo, and 1 blank port plate. Oh, what the hell is this? What
Wait,
the
switch
fuck
down.
is this? Uh-oh.
Do you have some weird shit on there?
Yeah, at least this one's easy to describe, but yeah, I don't know what this is. What the fuck? Oh, good. I get a Mastermind Simple and a Mastermind Cruel. How nice. Thank you.
Excellent. Do I need to know the entirety of the thing written in scripting?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really read the manual yet, so.
Joel, can
Let me
you
do
give
that.
me the info on the very bottom row of functions?
Yes. 67, uniform, 98.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you need help translating the manual, let me know. It's a lot more confusing written than it actually is. That sentence was really good. The fuck is a using directive?
It's a line of code that declares that the current scope has access to a particular namespace and should not need to be prepended. Don't worry about what it means. It's not important.
Okay.
Pragmatically, it gives you access to other functions and stuff like that that aren't normally included.
Okay.
Reading. Oh, cruel mastermind, you time-wasting bitch. At least I have some good edge work. Got some weird-ass edge work on this bomb.
Miles Edgework.
Miles Edgework, I want something from the vending machine.
Why did you do a Francisca voice, and why do you know who that is?
It was in some Hi I'm Daisy video
Oh,
from
okay.
a very long time ago.
I see.
So I don't actually know who the fuck she is or why she's there, but I do know that she says that. Well, in that comic she says that.
She's like an adopted sister to him. He's the one that got
Oh.
adopted, but
That explains the bitchy attitude.
I do wonder if you would be interested in those games.
I have seen a good amount of them, and I kind of am. I have a passing interest. That's why I've never gone out of my way to play them. I like the concept,
Yeah.
and some of the like little micro stories are good. But it's just kind of
Just never got around to
yeah,
being
it
inclined
just
to try
doesn't
it.
have. Yeah, I just kind of I don't know. I feel like I need more, but
Okay, I need to.
will.
Sorry. I don't understand what the fuck this is saying. So there's the three colors of the Venn diagram, and it's like, these are true if blank. I found that two of those are false. It says, so if multiple are correct, go to exceptions. There's only one correct, so I guess I ignore that. None are unnecessary if none of the rules apply. So I guess we ignore that. I don't understand the. Oh, okay, so am I ignoring the list of exceptions? Because it's if multiple are correct, go to exceptions, and then
Multiple You're only there's only one statement that's true, right?
Yes.
Okay, then you're not doing the exceptions.
Okay. So
Yeah, the
the
manual
one that
doesn't explain what those numbers mean. Those numbers are line numbers. They literally, you give me one of those line numbers, and that's the one I'll choose.
okay, so for 1, 2, and 3, 1 was true. Does that mean that 1 is unnecessary?
Yes.
So does that mean we ignore it or you delete it? I don't.
I click on it to disable it as a line of code. I have done this.
Okay.
I can tell you, I think, I remember in the manual, I think the variable type is going to be int. This is based on number of solves. It's
It's
currently even, so it's void.
It says the variable type is int if when the int value, I don't know what it means by the int value. When the int value is lower than the last digit of the serial number.
Oh,
The last digit's a 0.
I'm definitely
so
wrong.
okay.
Yeah, I had that backwards. That's
It's
wrong.
float when the float value is lower than the amount of batteries, which is 4.
No.
It's bool.
You
when
have to stay
the-
positive while defusing bombs, so the module will never consider negative numbers here.
The
Good.
variable is
yeah,
bool when the condition, the if statement, is true while the variable is. What the fuck is this talking about?
Bool is a Boolean value. I do have an if statement here. It says if the value of that variable is false, and it also assigns it to false right here. So false equals false is true. The if statement is true. So I think bool is correct.
Okay.
The next thing I think is just based on number of solves, which is currently even.
Yes.
So I've already got that set.
If the amount of solved modules is even, the type is void.
Yep.
And it says check the action and the using directives. Look up the pair in the final table. Okay, do you have any directive that contains contain?
No.
The serial number. Any letter in the word contain? Yes. Okay, I'm seeing handle strike, parenthesis, semicolon.
Handle strike. Yep, that's good.
That solved it?
Yep.
Okay. I still have barely any idea what that was. I guess I'll find out when I do it. Alright. Simon spins.
Info on
Speed.
functions, if you will.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got the funk.
Can you try 3,5 query?
Team Funk went and busted. 8.
3,7 query? Clear first.
Oh.
It should be fine,
10?
but okay.
It looks like it's just these two numbers.
It
added
kind of looks
together.
like it, yeah. Try 5,7 query.
12.
I'm gonna check all the other things it could potentially be, because there are 41 or 42 different possible functions.
Yeah.
But,
Why did you pick those numbers? Just
they're small prime numbers. I thought that might be helpful.
Okay.
Just
You want to try a couple really big numbers and just see if they
perhaps
still
yes.
become
Let's
a thing.
let's try 100, 300.
400.
Beautiful.
Oh my god. This is like tripping me up, because I'm like, this seems so obvious. I don't even know if I should try other stuff, especially because there's so many.
Well, the question is, are there any other things it could possibly be?
I have to go through a really long list to find out is the problem. I guess I'll do it
Yeah,
anyway.
but most of them you can eliminate immediately, because most of them, if you just add the two numbers, it's not going to match that condition.
That's true.
Anything that says mod, you can just
Yeah,
immediately rule
that's
out.
true. Okay, let me list all the possible ones. Possible functions. No, it says don't explode in the title.
You said explode? Okay.
Somebody say boom.
I blew up.
What's the part from the SpongeBob, that one episode where Mrs. Puff is like trying to calmly tell him what to do and he's just panicking? He's like, floor it. Something.
I think that's the episode where he gets his, or fails to get his boating license.
Yeah, but that happens all the
that's
time.
every episode.
Okay,
I
the
think
first
this-
episode where that was a thing.
Okay.
Okay. I have to remind myself how the hell Simon spins works, so we're going to go through this probably one step at a time. Which paddle has a minus sign on it? Or okay, well, hold on. That you can't tell me anything yet. Let me see what I'm asking for here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I can see that paddle, but I don't know what you want.
Oh, I actually need more info on functions.
Amazing.
Can you do 1,000, 350? Let's say.
Oops, I'm a fuck. Hold on. 1350.
It could have been if it gave me 350, then anyway.
Okay. For the paddle that has the minus sign on it, I think this is asking if it's flashing in any way. It's either not flashing at all, it's alternating.
This one's alternating colors.
Okay. It's like doing the inverse.
Yeah.
Um,
You asked me to find the paddle with the minus sign on it, right?
yeah, let me, okay. Look at the starting row's leftmost column, find the paddle with the shown property. That's the minus sign. Yeah, it says remember which of the properties in the next row applies to the paddle, which in this case is flashing. So then you press the paddle.
Wait, hold on a second. Don't you pick the row based on the third character of the serial number?
I did that.
Isn't row 9 what the shape is?
Row
that's
9
what you're
is-
asking me to look at. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Well, row 9 is minus X or Y.
Yeah, that's what the shape is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this is
Click the one
this
with
is
the
alternating
minus and I'm
colors.
remembering that it's alternating.
Okay, and I click that one, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So, it. This is confusing. Property. Um,
I like how one of the possible functions is just it always outputs 808.
yeah, that one's
Good. Got to keep people on their toes.
God, this is confusing. So I know which one you're pressing, but I'm trying to see what we're remembering here. It's find
So
the
what
paddle
it should be
property,
is
one to the right in the same row. Remember which property in the next row applies to it. Okay, so, wait. Okay, for the paddle that has the symbol just turning on and off, um,
Mm-hmm.
is the like, I don't know what you call it, like, you know, the part at the end of the stick, is it rotating?
Yeah, but I think you might be confusing the symbol because I made the same mistake. It's not asking. I think that row is not asking if the paddle is rotating on its axis. I think it's asking if it's rotating around the center of the module, which it is. It's going counterclockwise.
Okay,
These
hold
symbols are
on.
vague as fuck.
Because they're, yeah, I'm seeing both of them on here. There's one of them shows like an arrow that is passing, you know, starting outside the paddle, going through it, and then continuing. And then there's another one that starts in the center of the paddle and then just goes one direction. This is that second one. That looks like a rotation and not a revolution.
Okay, maybe you're in a different part of the table, or maybe. Well, okay, you know, we'll try it.
So for the, let me make sure. Okay, in stage 2, press the paddle with the remembered property. Find the paddle that has the property one to the right in the same row. So we're looking at the one that has the symbol turning off and on.
Okay,
And
got
it
it.
says, remember which property in the next row applies to it, which is,
Mhm.
is it rotating and like on its axis?
It does rotate on its axis. It rotates clockwise on its axis.
I don't know if that helps me. Hold on. Clockwise as viewed from the tip.
Yes. Well, no. Clockwise as viewed from the center of the module.
So the part on the top is moving, like, you know, towards you and then down. Or no, that doesn't explain it. I don't know how to fucking describe this. It's
So if I was holding the paddle, there would be a stick pointing out of me, and then the paddle would be at the end. I am, like, in that configuration, I am rotating the paddle clockwise. I'm spinning it clockwise
Okay.
like an asshole.
okay. So I guess we're pressing that one.
Well, I need to press two things. What was the first one?
Wait, you have to press multiple?
Yeah. Reread step 2. Stage 2.
Oh, that's another fucking bullet point. God. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to remember these properties, because we're going to have to input them every time.
Oh, this is god awful.
If it helps, you can hold Control and Shift, and then click a cell in the table, and it'll highlight it for you.
I've been doing that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like highlighting multiple things per row.
You only really need to mark the remembered value, honestly. Because that's what we're going to be inputting every time. Well, I guess I won't tell you how to do it.
It's okay.
I just mean, you know, you should feel free to do it in a way that makes sense to you. I'm over here like, you can do it my way and it'll be good. But, I mean, that's for you to decide. Yeah, I think I'm pressing the one that alternates colors and then the one that flashes its icon. I think that's what I'm doing.
Well, don't yet, because I don't understand what this is asking me to do.
Is functions that complicated? I don't think I look forward to doing it.
It's just kind of tedious because you have
Yeah,
to
I
you have
don't
to
look
check
forward
you have
to
to
that.
check the validity of every function. Which, you know, a lot of them are easy, but
Bad.
there's 42 of them. Keep autoing and no one gets haunted? True.
Okay, so I kind of had to reorganize how I'm listing this. In each subsequent stage, press the paddles with the previously remembered sequence of properties in the order you remembered them. So yeah, I guess you're pressing alternating colors and then rotating clockwise. Does that sound right to you?
That does sound right to me, yes. Okay, that looks good.
So it's
Then
changed.
Yeah, it's changed. I assume now you want to know the property of the paddle that's rotating counterclockwise. I don't know what property you
Yes.
want.
And the property is how many handles it has.
Oh, this one has 3.
Okay, so alternating colors, then wait, hold on. No, don't do anything yet, because don't I have to look to the right of something? What's the Oh, no, that's what we already did. Yeah. The one that was spinning counterclockwise has 3 handles, right?
Yes. I remembered that the thing you were interested in was the clockwise one. I adjusted right for you, because I'm an asshole.
I mean, I get that. This is really fucking confusing to me.
I think
I don't
the
understand how
manual
you know
makes
what
it
the
seem
quest.
confusing, but actually it's very simple.
That's the
Like
problem. Is it? This sounds really. This sounds like it should be a lot easier than it's worded.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the icons in that table are, some of them are really dog shit. Like, for
so
example,
far, I've not had an issue with the icons, but
I think we're about to strike, and I think it's because that row that you said is rotating about its axis. I think I think that's revolution, not rotation.
better fucking not be. That doesn't
But we'll
match
find out.
the thing like at all. Um, oh wait, hold on. There's 3 different axes of movement. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Around the center, around its own axis, and the icon rotation.
Yeah, I haven't addressed the icon rotation at all.
That's like way later in the table, I think. We're not worried about that, I don't think.
Okay. So, hold on. We remembered rotating clockwise. Adjust one to the right of that. And then it says which one in the next row applies to it. So the one that's rotating counterclockwise has 3 handles, correct?
The one that's rotating counterclockwise has 3 handles? Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I guess just press.
And just for the record, that's rotating about its own axis, not with reference to the center, right?
Yeah, the shape at the
Okay.
end of the stick is flipping along the stick's axis.
Okay, gotcha. Yep, that's seems
Yeah, so
consistent to me.
it's alternating colors, then rotating clockwise, then 3 handles.
Okay, alternating colors, rotating clockwise, then 3 handles. Oh, it liked that. Okay, so I was wrong. The module solved.
Oh, okay.
Hooray. What should I work on now?
Were you
Well,
done with functions or?
Yeah. Oh,
oh, well then
I
give me
forgot to.
functions.
Okay. It's good. Yeah, sorry. It's because I was waiting for you guys, and then I forgot that I had the info. Okay, you need to input. You need to clearly input, and then type 3-1 submit.
Yes, got it.
Got it.
What else we got?
Oh, what the fuck is this? This module changed. That didn't look like that before.
Oh god, you have a forget module.
Maybe?
No.
I didn't realize that's what it was.
Oh no.
I don't think it is, actually. Looking at this, I don't think that's the deal. There is something weird about this module, though. I only have 3 left. Here's the modules I have. I have Lego, I have 2-bit, and this thing.
Uh-huh. What be this thing?
Well, until I solved functions, this thing was one giant square button covering the entire module with no label or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It has since changed to be 4 buttons that are taking up the entire module, and they have 4 different colors to them.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
2-bit is an old module that's really easy, and then there's Lego. Josh likes the Lego.
I kind of do.
Okay. You can do the Lego. I will do 2-bit.
It's god awful, but
You Legolo maniac, you.
2 bits. Oh yeah, this is the one where you query stuff and it takes forever.
And it makes a, like,
yeah.
noise. I like this module, it's cool.
Okay.
Mostly just because of the sound effects.
Right. Okay.
I wanted to. There's a page here for identifying blank modules, but it doesn't have a. It doesn't mention any
module
that
is not blank.
Oh, it wasn't.
No. This module featured one gigantic unlabeled square button.
Oh, good.
That has
Alright.
become 4 unlabeled square buttons.
I'm choosing to ignore that for the time being. I'm gonna look at fucking Lego. Okay. For Lego, I'm basically just gonna have to ask for a bunch of shit here, I think. So you have, it says colored buttons on the right of the display to look at all the required pieces for the build. I guess tell me what those are.
Let's see. I have a 1x3 red piece. I forget if the colors matter.
They should.
Okay. Also, I said 1x3. That's height then width. Maybe I shouldn't do
They
that.
can be
How would you like
rotated.
it?
I don't think it matters.
Oh, okay. Then we have a 1x4 green piece.
Okay.
2x2 blue piece.
Okay.
2x3 cyan piece.
2x3.
Yeah.
Okay.
1x3 magenta piece.
Sure.
And a 2x2 yellow piece.
Okay. Then it's yeah, you have manual pages. It says
Yeah.
these pages display how 2 pieces are connected together in the final structure.
Right.
I
I have
guess.
to give you a list of instructions.
Yeah.
Okay, so describing these was always the hardest part. Take
I guess
the...
yeah. Start with like whichever is on the bottom, and then tell me its orientation, and then tell me how the other one overlaps it.
Okay, so with the magenta piece, laying wider than it is tall.
Okay.
Take the blue piece and put its 2 top pegs over the left 2 pegs of the magenta one.
Okay, so I'm seeing the 4x4 or the 2x2 blue with a magenta sticking out at the top right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now, take the red piece, uh, laying wide, and take the same blue piece, and have the blue piece's bottom left corner overlapping the rightmost peg of the red piece.
Okay.
Next, take the 2x2 yellow piece and have its right two slots covering the left two slots of the blue 2x2.
Sorry, so yellow is on top.
Yes.
Was blue on top for the last one?
Yes.
Okay, so you were, yeah, sorry, you reversed directions. So,
Oh, I wasn't considering ordering.
yeah, I was saying always tell me the bottom piece first.
Oh, okay.
It's easier. So what was this last one? I didn't hear it.
Okay, so the blue piece on the bottom, the yellow piece's right two parts cover the left two of the blue piece.
So it's yellow, yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, blue in reading order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's a better way for me to read this.
Yeah. You can try that. I guess just say, blank. Well,
Yeah. So let's try this. Blank green, new line, blank green, new line, yellow green, new line, yellow green.
that was 2 wide, 4 tall.
Yes.
Okay.
Ready on 2 bits?
Okay.
What the hell is the
Victor?
Victor Tango query?
57.
Okay. I need to remember how many times to do this. So it's
I think it's
so
3.
I've queried, and then I query 2 additional times, and then it's the final character pair submit. Okay, so second query is Tango Tango.
80.
Echo Zulu.
28.
Okay. Then I think you're submitting Bravo Tango.
Just a second. Yep, that's good.
So you needed me to check what the last one was?
Identify this
Yeah.
module. Yep.
Okay, please describe it to me.
Well, when the bomb started, it was just a single square button covering the entire module.
Uh-huh.
And
about now?
after I finished functions, it became 4 buttons covering the entire module, which are different colors.
Okay.
And when I say the
confused
entire
by that.
module, I mean the entire module. There was no empty space here.
Okay.
Um,
Are there gaps between the buttons?
Continue with Legos.
No.
Okay. Alright.
Legos. So now I have a 3 wide, 5 tall region. It's cyan, cyan, cyan. Cyan, cyan, cyan. Green, blank, blank. Green, blank, blank. Green, blank, blank.
Okay, so it's like a flag. I see.
Yes.
Okay, next one.
That's it.
There were 5 stages.
Yep.
Which one was flashing?
What do you mean?
In the manual pages, it says the flashing piece is the topmost piece.
Yeah, every page has a flashing one. It's
Oh, okay, I see.
It's not global.
All right.
I can only imagine what fresh hell this is. I feel like this is familiar. Needy Mrs. Bob. The fuck kind of name is that? Stop stealing money.
Those games are their games. What the hell's wrong with you? Why would you even do that? For fish ass bitch.
The module is called Divided Squares.
Oh,
It is...
okay, I hadn't quite gotten to that one yet.
Yeah, it is apparently one we've done before.
Hang on.
I had some spooky shit happen at work. Well, I say spooky, it's not really the right word for it, but...
Spooky.
So I sit directly next to one of my bosses, right? And I'm sitting there doing some code stuff, as you do, and he gets into a call with somebody, and I can hear the voice of the person through his headset, and it sounds like my mentor, and they're talking, and so he starts asking questions like, so how's the training going? And I'm thinking, oh, they're talking about me. And I couldn't really hear what she was saying because it's coming through his headset. But I think at one point I heard the words really good. I don't know what the context was, but you know, that was good, I guess. And then she said some more stuff, and then he said, that's encouraging. And I was like, okay, that's a weird way to phrase, like, positive praise. Because it sounded like he's, like, expecting something bad. I don't know. And then they keep talking, and then he's like, I have to... He's like, I have another subject... Or no, he was like, I have some more questions, but I can't say them at my desk. And then he wanders off into an office. And I'm like, that doesn't sound good. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would think if it was positive, they wouldn't care if I could hear. Well, maybe they do. I don't know.
I know that you meant, like, mentors and, like, someone designated to be your mentor at work. But when you said it was spooky, I my brain interpreted it as, like, my old mentor who trained me in the days of yore, who was long past. I heard their voice through the headset.
Well, I mean, maybe you just haven't gotten one yet, but all engineers, all software engineers and computer scientists, you get a mentor assigned to you that just follows you forever for the rest of your career.
Oh, okay.
After they die, they become a ghost and they just continue following you around.
Right.
And it's fully expected, you know, when you've been in the industry for a while, your future managers will be like, okay, I need to speak to your dead mentor.
And they just perform a seance right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question of dubious intent here. I don't know how the fuck else to word this. So, you know, part of the thing I'm supposed to be doing for how you submit a thing here is, yeah, I find out what the final structure is, and then I have to figure out if it's viewed from the top or bottom, and I also have to like know its orientation. So this thing is viewed from the bottom, but
That sucks.
I'm supposed to be putting the east side of the piece up. So what I'm understanding this to mean is, of the instructions you gave me, those were assuming north is up, and so I build it like that. Then I have to flip the piece over, or okay. Let's think of it this way. We build that piece the way that it was oriented in the manual. Then we're rotating it so that east is facing up. Now I have to flip the piece over so that north and south swap, which means left and right swap. Does that sound right to you?
You said east is supposed to be up?
East is pointing up, but I have to flip the piece over, which means that one of either the north-south axis or the west-east axis is inverting.
Yeah. Well, okay, so the east side of the structure doesn't change no matter what orientation we put it in. It has a defined east, so...
Unless it's
my thinking
established
would be-
after we flip it, I honestly don't.
No, it wouldn't be that. No. So, my thinking is... we're just going to have to keep track of the east side, so when you flip it,
fine.
that will become the west, and then you will rotate it.
I'm just gonna flip the north and south, keep the east up. I think that makes more sense.
So you're going to flip it
So I have
and then
the I have
rotate
the
counterclockwise 90?
So here's what I've done. I've drawn the piece as it is in the manual. I've rotated it left 90 degrees so east points up. I have then horizontally flipped the image so east is still up but north is now to the right instead of the left. And then I have to invert the block order so that we're drawing it from bottom up.
Okay.
Info one did divided squares. When
Yeah.
ready. Can you tell me the colors that are on the grid of buttons?
Blue, red, white.
Thank you.
Just one time, me and my buddy Clem.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the story. The story is I had a buddy named Clem. And I was there with him.
Okay, I think I have an answer here. Guess we'll find out if this fucking worked.
Okay.
I don't know if it matters where in the thing you draw this.
I don't think it does.
Let me read it again.
Info on divided squares.
Uh-huh.
Without holding it over a second tick boundary, can you very quickly click on the bottom right one and tell me what color it turns into?
Can I do that more than one time?
You probably can, yes.
Red, I think?
Okay.
Yeah, red.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick this up in the top left corner. It doesn't say to do that, but I think it'll just,
If you like. I don't
So-
think it matters.
So select magenta,
Uh-huh.
and then do one to the right of the top left corner.
Okay.
And that's all we're doing for that one. Then pick blue.
Uh-huh.
Do row 2, column 1, and then it's a square, so it's 2 2 3 1 3 2.
2.
Okay.
Select red
Uh-huh.
and do on the far left column 2 sticking out of the bottom of the blue.
Okay.
Then pick yellow.
Uh-huh.
Do one to the right of the upper of the 2 reds.
Okay.
Pick
Wait,
green.
you said one... Hold on, repeat that instruction.
So you should have blank, pink, blue, 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 red, yellow, red, blank.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, then select green, and in the bottom row that's of blue, do 2 to the 2 sticking out of the right of it.
Okay.
So that row is now blue, blue, green, green. Then pick cyan. And this one is one more to the right of the green. And then the 2 above that.
Okay.
And then also do left 1 from where you just stopped, and then 1 down from that. So
I see. Okay.
it should be just double checking blank, pink, blank, cyan, cyan, blue, blue, blank, cyan, cyan, blue, blue, green, green, cyan, red, yellow, red.
Yep.
Okay,
Probably could have just said that.
maybe.
Info request.
Hold on a second. Do I submit this?
I think so.
No.
Son of a bitch.
I feel like you have the structure right. I feel like the way you described horizontally flipping it and then rotating it, I don't know if that's right.
I'll send you my
I don't know if
image.
it works like that. Well, hell, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make sense of it. Okay, info on divided squares.
Info on number of solved modules.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 solved modules.
Okay. When you... Let me know when you have 9 solved modules.
Oh, I'm stupid. I thought that you were waiting for something. Okay. So,
Oh
yeah,
no, I'm
so-
looking at your diagram and I...
yeah, so let me just double check some stuff here. So, at least 3 pieces are 3 by 2 is false. The yellow piece is 3 by 1 is false. At least 7
Hold on,
instruction.
Wait. That first condition. At least 2 are 2 by 3?
At least 3 pieces are 3 by 2.
Oh, at least 3. No, I don't think so.
You only have 1 that is.
Yeah, just the one.
Yeah, the yellow piece is 3 by 1 false.
No.
At least 7 instruction pages are present false.
No.
So otherwise, that means we're looking at the bottom. Orientation. The green and magenta pieces are the same size. False. The structure is at least 4 bricks tall. Why did I not... Oh my god. That might have
So
been...
is that what was wrong?
Yes, I skipped that one because I didn't know. I was filling it out when you had
I
given me
see.
the whole thing. I think that's correct. We've got red and pink on the sim layer, then blue, then yellow. Yeah, okay. So we're just doing north. That case.
Disparate bout CPVG9.
hate when it's stupid shit like that.
Yeah, what a dumb name. What a
Continuing
loser.
clergyman. Okay, so since we're not actually changing the orientation, we're just flipping the pace. I'm just gonna,
Okay, you want me to try again?
I'm just gonna send the image and you can draw it. At this point, I don't give a shit.
Oh, I see. Just stick it on me. Sure. Let's see.
Yeah. Do our homework, Joel.
I'm so mad. This shit always happens. The only reason I didn't fill that one out was because you were working on another module and I was trying to get ahead.
How do I clear the color?
Oh, you click a space with the color that it already is.
I see.
No Jorge posting.
Why not?
I don't know.
This
Oh
is-
boy, Defenestration mixtape, your favorite. Didn't you need Chrysler?
No. I think I needed this one though.
That's one of the rare ones, so like one of the rarest.
You said that was also wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this thing.
I have no understanding as to how it could be.
I mean, unless I've entered it wrong, it's kind of hard for me to see this. I don't think I've entered it wrong, though.
Is this the last module?
No. Although I believe we may be in gridlock, because I think Autumn is waiting on a solve for some reason.
Yep. What's your last module?
Divided
Is it
squares.
Divided
It's
Squares
just
needs you to do something after you have at least 9 solved modules.
I see. Well, if we don't solve Lego, then I can't solve that.
What's the remaining
Um,
module after that?
What's the what?
There should be 11 modules total, right? You have 8 solved, plus Lego, plus...
1, 2, 3, 4,
squares.
5, 6, 7, 8 solves. Well, I only have 10 modules.
Oh, really? Huh.
In the images I sent you, were the steps that I drew at the top all correct?
That's a good question. Okay. Step 1 looks good. Step 2 looks good. Step 3 looks good. Step 4 looks good. Step 5 looks good. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start from scratch. I think I see where I might have messed up. No. I'm confused. Hold on. This is... Yeah. That's fine. Okay, if we're keeping north, on the top, then I just horizontally flip this, and then I invert the colors. Like, I'm not, I have to redraw it, but. So the topmost piece is the cyan one. Then green is below that. Then yellow. Then blue. Red and pink are on the same layer. What the fuck? How do I keep fucking these things up? Okay, I have another answer.
Okay.
You only have to change a couple spots.
I unfortunately already cleared it because I wasn't sure.
Okay. Alright, you want me to just try to explain it or just send you the picture?
Just read it out. Reading order.
Okay. Top row is going to be 3 cyan in a row.
Okay.
Then you have 2 cyan plus a green.
Okay.
2 blank spaces and a green.
Okay.
Pink, pink, blue, yellow.
Okay.
Blank, blue, red, red, red.
Okay.
That should be it.
No.
I really don't understand what I could be doing wrong then.
Is magenta meant to be... I feel like the magenta piece is in a configuration that's impossible.
Well, the instructions you gave, the first 2 steps are just showing, like, blue is on top of magenta and blue is on top of red. But those 2 colors are not really touching. That's
let me...
how I'm interpreting this.
The steps are... Oh, I see. One of the magenta is supposed to be sticking out. Yeah,
Oh my
that's not
god,
how
there's
I have
3.
it here.
There's 3 pinks, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm looking at this and I'm like, something seems wrong.
Well, okay. Do you still have it drawn?
Yeah.
There should be 2 blue squares, make the upper one pink.
Ah, I see. Okay. Is that it?
I think.
Okay, hold on. Let me double check this step. Okay, so the blue should be on top of 2 of the pink. And, okay. And we've flipped the order, but... Okay, I see. Just double check that makes sense. Yeah, that looks like that makes sense. Okay, that is solved. Divided squares.
Divided squares.
This module is fucking awful. I like it, but I hate it. Why does it always have to be the bottom view?
Okay, is it still a 2x2?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to hold the bottom right square across the timer tick.
That's solved.
Okay,
Okay, Daddy.
time for Josh to do a bomb.
Oh, the bomb is done.
You delivered bombs before, right?
Yeah, Joel, your bomb's done, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm very annoyed at how many times I messed that one up.
It happens. It happens.
I'm not a huge fan of the Lego module. It's
I like the Lego
too
module. It's
easy to
cool.
fuck up.
It's just fiddly. And it always fucking makes you do the bottom view, which is really annoying.
on dragon
bomb.
energy.
Show me potato salad.
I like how you opened my lovely fellow tracker.
How do you know? Oh yeah, because it shows.
Because I see the
symbol.
I've got serial number is 287QQ9.
QQ.
I have 3 batteries and 3 holders. I have a lit
Shining dragon.
November
Huh?
Sierra Alpha. What?
Hang on, I need to find that image in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, lit NSA, and then 1 port plate with I think it's DVID. It's the red rectangle with pins.
Yep.
Okay. Got Skyrim.
Oh boy.
Scrim.
I've got I think lasers.
Oh.
Caution.
Something with hieroglyphics that is not the hieroglyphics module.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And I think the rest of these are solo. Okay.
Nope,
Okay,
that's not Elder
no.
Futhark.
So, what are we starting with?
I guess I will go and have a look at scripting.
Oh, it's probably only connect.
Back connect.
Is it like a module with blue buttons? They're kind
Yeah.
of stylized. Yeah, that's only connect.
Joel, you need the functions one, right?
I don't know anything about it. I gotta read it first. Entering a digit with 12 digits on the display. Oh, no, I suppose that's fine.
Isn't English great? I know exactly what happened there, because it's the word with is ambiguous. It should really, for maximum clarity, be entering a digit while the number of digits that are on the display is 12.
Yeah.
But with could also imply entering a digit that is itself made up of 12 digits.
I don't know if this is an English problem. Like, if I imagine this sentence in Spanish, I don't think that problem goes away.
I wasn't saying that English is the only language with this problem. I just said it has the problem.
Autumn, what are you working on?
Scripting.
Okay. Well, thanks to a misclick, I already have a strike.
Excellent.
I tried to put a row of water in Battleship, and I clicked a row with a 3 instead of the 0.
Ugh. Can you please describe the variable assignment to me?
You'll have to tell me what that means.
So it should say that something equals something else somewhere in your script.
Okay, I have fuse equals 8.
is the fuse... What is the value of the fuse earlier? It should say something fuse, semicolon.
Integer,
Okay. You said it's 8?
I guess.
Okay. At the top, where there's the statements that say using stuff, do any of those things that it's using contain contain?
Yeah.
Okay. Number of solved modules?
Currently 4.
How many do you expect to be... Are you, like, about to solve one, or...?
I'm working on it, but I'm not.
Okay. If we do it right now, then I can solve the module now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you need to click on the first using to sort of gray it out.
Okay.
Then keep the variable type as int. Leave that alone. For the return type of the method, that is, it should either say void or bool or maybe something else. Does it? Do you see that? Keep it as void. Okay, keep it as void. And then change the function that's being called in the function. Click that until it says on solve.
Okay.
And then you should be able to run the script.
How do you do that?
There's a button at the top that says run script above the actual text.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good.
Cool.
I guess I need the 2 numbers in the letter for functions.
90 kilo 37.
Okay.
The reason I was looking at your lovely fellows list is because I couldn't remember if you determined if you actually had Zarathustra already or not.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay.
So yeah, I got that 0.16% drop. I'm still waiting on the ones that are being boosted by the current event and not the event that's starting in 15 days.
Yeah. Yeah, you only got 8 things left in general.
Yep.
And yeah, 2 of them are in the current event. Good. To be fair, 2 of them are in the next event as well.
Are you waiting for something from me?
No, I'm rating Simon Spins.
Okay.
This is a cool module.
All right. I guess on function, enter 10, 11 query and tell me what that does.
Oh my god. Okay. It gave me 808. Let me try any other numbers and see if it does the same
Wait,
thing.
not literally any other numbers. Be careful.
Well, it can't be 2 of the same, and it can't be 0.
And it can't be 0.
I know. It's fucking 808.
Okay,
That's
works
awesome.
for me.
The foreshadowing. Okay.
The extent.
I'm guessing because it looks like Bob.
Yeah.
Well, I could have already solved this, except for the fact that the function that it gave me is ambiguous.
See you, Ruby.
I don't know what this means. Oh, hold on a second. What two numbers did you input to get 808?
I don't remember.
You better try that again.
Okay. Do you want to give me some numbers, or should I just pick?
Yes, 101 and 102.
They gave me 808.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
What did you think happened?
There's another one here that says 810 minus number of numbers below 100.
We don't have the deets on Baldes. I will tell you when we have arranged a Baldessian Arsenal run, okay? You don't need to keep asking, because I haven't done it yet. I've had a lot of stuff to do recently. I promise I'll let you know.
Oh, I think I see what this means.
Wouldn't
Well-
my answer just be Bob, because the function always comes out to that?
Well, no, you have to adjust it by the letter offset. But the funny thing
Oh,
is, the answer is 808, just coincidentally.
What?
Although I guess it could have intentionally done this, but it would have taken some doing to end up that way.
So 808 submit?
I think so.
Yep, that was it.
So Autumn, why did you have to go through all of these and like do something? You said it was tedious.
Well, because you gotta make sure there's no like other ones that could fit the answers, right?
That's what you were doing. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did. Also, it took me forever because for me the answers were always coming out as like, single digit simple answers, but there was a lot of things it still could have been.
Yeah.
So I've got lasers, Skyrim, the fucking only connect or whatever you said it was, and then Simon Spins.
Info on Simon Spins.
Okay, what do you need?
Can you look at the paddle that has a red outline to the actual shape part? Can you tell me what shape it is?
The shape of the paddle?
The shape of the paddle, yeah.
Square.
Okay. Can you press that one?
You have all the other info you need?
Mm-hmm.
It's doing some shit. Okay, it has changed.
Okay. Can you look at the one with the square shape? I'm gonna call it the head, square head, and let's see. Okay. Can you have a look at which one is pentagonal?
Yep.
And can you tell me whether it has 1, 2, or 3 nubs on the perimeter?
This one has 2 nubs.
Okay. Press the square-shaped head one.
Am I pressing 2 in this step?
Wait. Hang on, let me read this again.
Yeah, it's not explained until the next bullet point. I think each step you press increasing number of things.
Okay, hang on, no, before you do anything.
Joel, do you need work?
Yes, I need input on only connect.
Okay. Do I just tell you what my symbols are?
And the team name, yeah.
The team name is Neuroscientists. And I've got, it's like a braid.
Okay, that's probably
kinda
called, that's the Twisted Flax.
Okay. 2 feathers.
That's
Or
2
knives,
reeds.
I guess, but okay, yeah. Then I've got, I think it's just water. It's 3 zigzags, like, 3
Yeah, that's
rows.
water.
Then I have an Eye of Horus, a Sphinx, or possibly just a lion,
Lion, apparently.
and a little snake with, like, horns.
Okay. I'll get back to you.
Ready on Simon Spins. Rather, during this stage, I need you to press the square-shaped paddle first.
Okay.
Then I need you to look at the... Okay, so it's 2 knobs on the pentagonal one. Click the pentagonal one.
Okay. It is shifting around. Wait. Yeah, there it goes.
I think, if I'm remembering right, it should be press the square-shaped head.
Well, you need information first, right?
No, I think we always press and then check for info.
It
So-
doesn't matter.
I'll find this easier if we do it this way. Press the square-shaped
So I
one.
press the square, then press 2 nub.
Yeah. And then you need to tell me which one has 3 nubs.
I'm looking at 3 nub. What information do you need?
Hold a sec.
The hell was that?
Okay, I need you to tell me... What the fuck is this? What is this property? I genuinely can't tell what this property is.
Try
I
to
can look at the
describe
manual
it.
page.
It's
Let me see.
it's 0. I think it's asking whether the stem attaches to the middle, left, or right of the head, but...
Maybe it's where the nub.
Oh, it's the height! It's the height from the base from the module base up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the order of the thing.
Okay, I see. Okay, so you're looking at the one with 3 nubs. Can you tell me if it's the closest to the...
It's the longest one.
What do you mean the longest one?
Well, the longest.
No, I'm asking for the one that is closest to the module base, furthest from the module base, or in the middle. As in
I see.
sticking
Okay.
up perpendicularly
Yeah.
from the module base.
It's the middle one.
Okay. What do I call this? I'll just call it a height. Just change my window size. Okay. Press that one. That has the middle height.
Okay.
We still going?
It hasn't given me a light yet. Yeah, it's morphing into another stage.
Okay. Press the square
So-
shape.
Square, then 2 nub, then the
Then middle height.
one.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, I have done that.
tell me what is the background color of the head of the one that is closest to the base.
The one closest to the base. The background color is blue.
Okay. Okay, press that one.
That's solved.
Okay. I like that one.
Yeah, Simon's.
I would probably like it if I did it a couple more times, and I think the thing you did where you, like, you know, tell me to press the shit first and then look for the next one makes it a little easier to parse. I kept forgetting, like, what it was we needed to do every step. So.
I also quite like functions. Like, even though I complained about taking ages to look through the thing, having to actually think of which things to ask and then using that info, like, that's more control than you usually get in a module. Usually it's just do this, then this, then this, and just do your homework. And this you actually have to think about, like, what would be the best way to get the information I need. It's kind of a problem to be solved in and of itself. It tells you the rules, and then you just, Okay, what else you got?
Skyrim and I think lasers.
I'll try lasers.
Okay, just to double check, this is a module with 9 square panels numbered 1 through 9 in a random order, and they have, like, caution tape on them.
Would you say the numbers have a weird font where there's, like, a
Yeah.
horizontal line cutting through them? Yeah, okay.
Had to do it.
I have been ready on Only Connect.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what you should have to do is, let me just double check and make sure that's what we're doing. Yes. Click the Eye of Horus.
Oh god, okay.
Now you're gonna have to describe these characters to me.
Yep. Alright, I've got J with a caret, I think. It's the, like, shift 6 above it.
Okay.
U, uniform, with a straight line above it.
Let's see. Okay.
I'm assuming a lowercase L. It could be a capital I, but all the rest of these are lowercase. It's just, yeah, the L with no adornments.
Okay.
Another L with, like, a comma underneath it.
Okay.
November with a comma underneath it.
Okay.
Hotel with the caret above it, just like the J had.
Okay.
An unmodified hotel.
Okay.
Oscar with an umlaut, 2 dots.
Okay.
Uniform with, it's like a bowl shape, or I guess like a U. It's bottom half of a circle above
Okay.
it. That's the last one.
Let's see. Now, the only one that was potentially ambiguous was this L that's isolated. It doesn't have a line going through it, right?
No, it's, yeah, it's a, what do you call it, serif? Like, you know, it's a vertical line with a little bit sticking out at the bottom on both sides and out of the top on the left. It looks like a lowercase L.
Now, is it, you have an L comma there. Is it exactly the same as that but without the comma, or is it any at all slightly different?
It looks exactly the same.
Okay, that's fine. I'll get back to you.
Info and lasers. Also, I'm posting a good image in the chat.
You just need the numbers in the
Numbers
order.
in order, yeah.
Okay. Reading order, I've got 987, 146, 325.
Thank you. I'll get back to you. Muchos hornos.
Pick it up and I throw it.
The fuck you do? That's interesting.
How many modules on the bomb?
11.
Okay, ready on only connect.
Okay.
Try J circumflex, which is the caret, H circumflex, and U breathe, which is the mini like half circle.
Okay.
Try U macron, which is the solid line above it, L comma and N comma.
Module solved.
Okay.
I've just got lasers and Skyrim. Autumn's doing.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at Skyrim.
Skyrim book report.
In
my
my Skyrim book report.
Skyrim book report.
I hang on. I do have all of those. I never finished the pack, but I do think I have all of the Skyrim book report lines.
Wouldn't be surprised. I have them.
I think I re-isolated them with the background audio like muted, so it's just his voice.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know if there's music or something.
Well, yeah, but it's part of the video. How did you mute the music?
With a vocal isolator.
Oh, I see.
That's what I do for like most of the clips in Choicer. Okay, apparently I haven't actually separated them out yet. I've just got 28 different files that are just random clips from it. What okay, pick a number from 1 to 28.
16.
Oh, this one's like a full minute. Okay, I think it's because I think there's multiple things I might have wanted to grab that from that. I also don't think people would have heard that anyway, so whatever.
I certainly didn't.
Well, you're not listening to the screen share. I'm not even screen sharing, in fact.
I was going to check the stream, but I forgot that I had it in the wrong tab, and now suspect that means I was missing out on points. Oh well. Lasers!
Caution.
Okay. Need info on Skyrim.
Okay. The up and down buttons should scroll through shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
For
so
races.
yeah, my first image is he looks like fucking Rasputin from Anastasia. He's, some angry dude with a really pointy face and like a triangular goatee. Some tattoo on his forehead.
Okay, I think that's a Dunmer. Okay. Next.
Darlene, I brought you
Oh.
next.
Okay, hold on. The up and down buttons cycle through 3 different races. Do I just tell you my first one or
No, I need all of them.
shit? Okay. Um, this is a cat. I don't know if you need anything more specific than that.
Nope, that pretty much narrows it down.
And this is a normal looking dude. Um, he's got like, some 5 o'clock shadow and a mustache. I don't know how
Hair?
to describe him. Hair is like, kind of short. It goes to like top of his neck. Uh,
Color?
dark.
Okay. Next.
That was the 3 race pictures. Do I just
Oh.
click on weapon or?
Yeah, move on to weapons. Let's see what we're working with.
Okay, here is a bow. It's fairly plain looking. It's got some curve to it, but it's not. There's like a plain one and a super elaborate one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the more plain one, I think. I have a sword with a little diamond thing in the hilt. It's pointing straight up.
My pictures aren't that high res.
Okay. How do I describe it? It kind of looks like Marth's sword, but yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like I said, it's got a diamond in the middle of the hilt, and then like one at the very end of it. It's. Does yours have color?
No.
Okay. What other
I have a guess
identifiers
as to
did I
what
give
that
you
is.
here?
Would you describe this as being a perfectly straight sword, as in the blade is not
It's not a
the
curved
blade doesn't have a
sword.
curved spine.
No, it kind of does. It curves inward as it goes up, and then gets thicker.
Not the actual shape of the cutting edge, but like the overall shape. Is it a straight blade?
It's not a scimitar, if that's what you're asking.
Unfortunately, that doesn't narrow it down enough. But I think I know which one you mean. Next.
Okay, this is a scimitar, I believe. This is, it curves up and to the left and has like a little, like,
Would you describe this as being edgy?
no, it's pretty plain
Okay.
looking.
All right. Enemies?
Some sort of zombie thing wearing armor. It's got horns on its helmet.
Okay. Next.
Some other kind of zombie thing wearing like ornate armor with funky shoulders that have like falcon heads almost. It's like a snake with its mouth open almost. I don't know.
Okay. Next.
Some Yeti motherfucker with 3 eyes.
Okay. Home cities?
The most generic looking snowy city I've ever seen. It's got.
That's going to describe pretty much all of them.
Yeah, I know. So it's looking. It's a straight on view. It's not like any kind of weird angle. There's an archway at the bottom, and then another smaller one kind of in the middle of the image. There's a mountain
Is this a
range
structure
visible.
entirely made out of stone?
I'm
I
going to the
think so.
bathroom.
Okay. Next.
This is a basic, like, thatched roof cottage village. There is some sort of tower or something in the bottom left of the image. with like a rooftop that is close to the camera. There's some big temple far off in the background.
Huh. That doesn't match anything.
Okay, maybe thatched roof was a bad description. Some of these have like shingles.
You said there's like a
So,
temple in the background?
I mean, it kind of looks like the Temple of Time from Oot. It's like some big ass structure far off in the distance.
Okay. Is the bottom third of the picture taken up by what appears to be a wall?
You could kind of say that. It's like you have the village is on like, a plateau, and then there's a wall kind of like, curving over to the right. And then in the
Okay.
bottom left, there's a part that sticks out that I called a tower. It's got like a
Okay.
fucking popsicle stick roof.
Okay, that's more helpful. Next.
This is showing a single building with what appears to be a straw roof. There's something to the left that you can't really see because it's only barely on
Trees
the
in the
image.
background.
Yeah, there's like some trees behind
Bottom
it.
half of the image is basically just a field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then for Dragon Shout, we're counting number of characters, or
Yeah, but what constitutes a character can be difficult.
yeah.
I can kind of see where the characters are, and count them, but that doesn't mean you can. So
I'll do my best. I've got. I'm gonna call this 333. But you need to know the number of like dots and stuff in these, right?
hold on. Let me see how many things that even could be. Oh, good. I can't mark this.
I will say the first one is slightly ambiguous because there's like a small backwards L between the first and second ones that I think is part of the second one.
Okay, actually looking through these, there's only two I would say are 333. Oh, actually, no, scratch that. There's only one I would say is 333. Okay, next.
This one's like 334.
Okay, let me see how many things that matches. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, I only see two that matches. Go on.
The middle character in the first and second row is the same.
Okay, that does.
And then the last
They're
character,
exactly the same?
they appear to be exactly the same. And also
Okay. Yep, that narrows it down.
just double checking,
Next.
the last character of the first row and the last of the third row are also the same.
Yes.
Okay. I've got 332.
Okay. Let me see which ones those could be. There's only one that could really be.
Okay.
Try to describe it. Oh, would you say that the middle character of the second row is the same as the last character of the bottom row?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I've got that, which I think means I can solve the module.
Okay. So I go through each one of these and just go to the one that you tell me and hit select, right?
Yep. Muffins, what the fuck? He just sits here, constantly meowing at me. Like he can't hop his fat ass up onto the desk himself.
Anyway, I'm ready.
Well, fuck, I don't know yet. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you just told me. I thought you were like looking up which ones of these were.
Well, yeah, but it's probably gonna take me a bit because they're all tables that depend on the answer coming from each other. So,
I see.
I think I know the race already. I see the mistake I've made not writing these down. But that one at least was easy. Okay, and of these weapons, the weapons are in wind shear, children, bow of the hunt. Okay. I presume this is not a Daedric weapon. This, I would say, is a non-Daedric sword. Our potential enemies are Dragon Priest, Draugr Overlord, and Frost Troll. Oh, well, that makes that easy. Hum Shitties. Okay. Let's see. What the fuck did I select? Oh, yeah. All right, now that's going to constitute a problem because I don't have that one. So, okay, we do have that one. Which I'll just have to mark like this because there's no way for me to mark it. Use the below table to determine the shoot. If the first character of the serial number is a letter, no. First character is an odd digit, no. This enemy is.
Ready on lasers, I think.
What do you think? Alright,
I'm not 100% confident because there's something in here that's a bit ambiguous, but I'm gonna just see if this works. Because I don't think a strike is a big deal.
Probably not. I have 2 strikes, and I'm assuming a third one won't blow me up because I think I have that setting on, but I don't actually know.
Alright.
I am also past an hour, but...
Thanks, Ultima. Anyway, yeah, so is it red stage?
The fuck does that mean?
Apparently each stage is a different color. It says for each stage color.
I have no color.
Great. I guess we'll assume it's in order then. Press 4.
That gave me a strike.
What? How is the first one the one that's wrong?
I'm guessing the stage color is like, you know, when a
Oh, those are the
laser has...
forbidden one. I'm a fucking idiot.
What did you do?
I was listing the ones that are valid, but these are the forbidden ones, not the valid ones. Fuck me. I have to do all this again.
Oh my god. Oh. Okay, ready on Skyrim.
Okay, you should select Imperial, which is the it's the generic looking dude, the guy who's not special in any way.
Okay.
You want the wind shear as your weapon, which is the scimitar.
Okay.
You want as your enemy the... Wait a second. Is that even one of the options?
Why is that even in the script?
The guy with horns on his helmet.
Okay.
You want as your home shitty, you want Windhelm, which is the one that's entirely made out of stone, the straight-on shot.
Yeah.
And for your dragon shout, you want fire breath, which is 334.
Okay, that's done.
That wasn't even the thing I was confused about, by the way. That might still be something that is a problem. But okay.
Excellent.
Are there any other modules?
Nope, it is just lasers.
Okay.
Okay, so.
I
I don't know. How could you do something so brave?
Oh no! Oh no! It's scary! Oh no! No!
Beat Marshall John. Proud of Russian.
All right, let's try again. Have your numbers moved?
987146325.
Okay, it was so good. Instead, try 9.
Okay, that has
1.
shot a red laser. 1.
Yeah.
That was a strike. We put the red one back.
I'm going to shoot someone. Oh, once again, those are the ones that are forbidden. Fuck. This is so counterintuitive to me. I don't know how to explain it. I hate the way this is written. Okay.
I remember doing this one, and I don't remember it being as ass as it looks in the manual right now.
It's pretty ass. All right, trying again. 9.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
2.
All right.
Okay. The thing I was confused about is it keeps talking about stuff to do with, like, numbers that were originally containing this, or in the column that originally contained this, or a laser that was originally adjacent to this laser. And I'm like, so are they going to move and I need to remember the original positions? No, nothing moved. Fucking stupid. And also there's a typo in here, because at least one of these originalies is supposed to be orthogonally, I'm pretty sure. I didn't get to test it, but yeah. Alright, what else are we doing?
I don't know. If we're doing another set, then
Oh, is that the last module with the bomb?
yeah.
Okay.
Are we doing
I
another
don't know if I
set?
can, because I've only got an hour left, and I haven't had dinner.
Alright, I guess we'll
And
call
also,
it
it's
there.
a Thursday.
Which means it's trash night.
Oh,
Yes.
it is.
Alright. Guess we'll wrap up there. Let me just finish my Dragon Sweeper game, I guess. Because I don't want to, tickle you guys' balls too much.
Christmas.
Christmas in July.
Cantankerous Thursdays.
Oh, what a delight. Oh, what a treat.
was that supposed to be scary?
I think that's Articuno.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is Articuno.
I like the Gen 1 acquires that just end with a shitty noise.
So you on just evolving stuff in X, Joel?
Yeah, that and...
I think it's pretty much just that and catching a Spupa.
breeding things,
Mm-hmm.
which is,
Spupa
you
is
know,
stupid.
fun. Then I have to... Oh yeah, I have to deal with Spupa and Vivillon. And then I get to play through the whole thing again.
Yay!
At least, you know, faster, but still.
Will we have
Just
a
for
follow?
just for Eviltol, or are there other exclusives you need?
It's mostly
There's
for
other
that.
exclusives.
The other exclusives could be bread, but since we have to do the playthrough for Veltal anyway, then
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Meet Marcel Toy.
But yeah. Do you remember how to get Spupa in that game?
Is it Friend Safari exclusive?
Nope.
Thankfully not. 'Cause
There are
there's a
some that
whole-
are.
You mean
but
you mean one that's in the wild, right? Not just evolving Scatterbug.
There is one spot.
That's something you still need to get an X. It's not like
Yeah.
okay. Well, the game doesn't have rustling grass or anything, so it's probably a horde encounter or something like that. That would be. Is there one where it's
Nope.
like 4 of one thing and okay. I'm trying to think of what hard
I
ways
mean,
to get stuff there
I'll
is.
tell you this.
in
I've
XML.
gotten 3...
Oh, is it Poke Radar?
1%... I've gotten 3 1%, you know, white flabebes just sitting there grinding that out. If it was something I could just grind out, I would have done it already.
I'm struggling to think of what difficult way to get this there could be. So go on.
There's a field where you can plant berries, and Pokemon show up on those bushes after
They do?
a certain amount of time. And the ones that show up depend on the color of the berry planted. So if you plant pink berries, you can get a Spupa to show up, but it the information on when this thing shows up and when it leaves is not very well documented. I think
Yeah,
I
it's
determined
only
you
for
have
a
to check
window.
it. I think you have to check it like after 10 hours, but before a full day, or like before 20 or something. We just haven't had a, you know, when we were doing it before, there was never a good like time to do it and then check it later without it being too late.
Good. So, is that the only thing that whose wild location is exclusive to berries? Berry bushes?
There's a bunch of other shit, but it's previous gen.
Okay, I see. So it's the only Gen 6 thing whose wild location is exclusive to the berry bush mechanic.
Yep.
Good. Wonderful.
Now there are a bunch of Friend Safari exclusives, but we are not doing those because you basically can't.
No, you totally can. You just need to, would it require Pretendo at this point?
I don't actually know if Pretendo is even, like, compatible with X and Y, but even if it is, I think we're not allowing that anyway.
Oh, that's right. You didn't want to spoof any Gen 4 events either, which is kind of the same thing.
No external tools used to modify the game state in any way or the ROM, which so far I've been able to get away with, and I've been able to do some pretty cool fucking things through like Ace and just other various. Because if it's built into the game, it's fine.
I would argue that spoofing a Gen 4 event is not modifying the game code, like with an external tool.
It's not. But it's the reason I don't include those is because you are having to use an external tool.
Okay, so it's not about the
it's
external
not
tool
to-
modifying the game.
Well, that's a strict disqualification. But more broadly, it's I don't want to use any tool that enables me to. How do I phrase this?
Well, you were not even allowing like official events either, right? Because they're non-permanent.
Well, yeah, because I can't
So-
get them again.
Anything that can't be gotten with the game itself and nothing else other than other Pokemon games is not allowed, I think.
Pretty much.
Well, so here's something interesting, is hypothetically, okay, you know, back in the day, they used to do distributions in the form of, like in Gen 1 I'm talking, the distributions were just, the stores would get an actual copy of the game with just, like, you know, 1,000 Mews on it or whatever, like every box filled with Mew, and they would distribute them by just trading them to you. If they did such an event nowadays where you had to physically go to a store and trade with like a store copy, would that count? Because that's just another Pokemon game.
No.
Would you?
It's
You
not
wouldn't
replicable.
Okay, so it has to be something you can basically do at home whenever you want without the involvement of another person that isn't yourself, I guess,
Right.
as well.
The shitty thing is that, like, I think Pecharunt isn't viable for the collection either because
Yep.
it's an ongoing event, but one day they will probably stop it.
Really? I thought it was DLC, like a DLC update.
It's a
I thought
mystery
so
gift.
too, but
It
it's
is?
a mystery gift.
It's a mystery. Well, the item that starts the quest is a mystery gift
Oh.
with no
So unless
end date.
Ace is figured out for that game in some way, it's inaccessible.
So this is for this collection project, but after that,
Yeah.
to get everything in home, are you gonna just do the rest of the stuff without the rules applying, or?
I think we have pretty much all
I
those
will-
in there anyway. But
Okay.
Yeah,
they're in like event
to fill out the
boxes.
decks, I'll do events and stuff because I have to.
Yeah.
But they will not. I have separate boxes for like, these are things that came from events, or these are things that, I need for completion, but came from a place that isn't like replicable. Like people have traded me things, and it's like stuff like that.
The only thing I need that I don't have yet is a Pokeball pattern Vivian. Interesting. What are the rules on your collection, Jonette? Or are you just doing a get it however type thing?
Oh yeah, it applies to all of the Vivillon forms basically, except the one that's specific to my region.
Wait, you can't get those under your rule set?
Nope.
Not
Why?
really.
Can't you just restart your game a million times and set your region to something different every time?
There's limitations on that. I think you can only set it to, like, because it's an English 3DS. It can only be set to
Yeah.
like countries where that's a like, or I think it's like specifically it has to be like North American or something. I'm
Even
not
with
sure how
homebrewing
it
the
works.
3DS, you can't change your region to whatever you want.
That
I don't know.
I'm not actually sure.
But the thing is, this is the separate problem. There is a small list of things that are technically viable for the collection, but I will just not do on principle because I value my life.
Yeah.
One of them is Vivillon. I will not sit here and restart this game a million times to get all the forms in, my name. That's ridiculous. Likewise, I'm not going to Egypt to get a dog.
Yeah, that's fair. You probably won't need to for very much longer anyway. It's
Yeah.
known that
When-
Furfrou is in Zlamda, but it's not known if you'll be able to put the forms in the box in that version, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna find out. If I can transfer that shit into home and have it maintain its form, I will do that instead, which is
Yeah.
technically not the earliest available version.
But you also can't
However,
put the earliest in the box without...
No, but the earliest viable one would still be Go. It's
Which
just
is going
because
to
it's
Egypt.
shit ass we're saying no.
Yeah, that's the earliest available one. Now the thing is, Pokemon Go is also in an interesting state where it has the.
It's a
Petra
live service
problem.
game.
It's a live service game.
Yeah, so
in
technically
theory,
nothing from that is
eventually, it
viable
will
anyway.
stop. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't needed anything from it except
Meltan, Melmetal.
Melmetal and Meltan.
I think you can make
So
the
they
argument
might
that
have to
actually
go
that's
through
not the earliest valid Vivillon. Sorry, not Vivillon. The earliest valid Furfrou form method because it breaks your rule of being it's a live service game. So I think you can make the argument that the earliest time
Yeah.
that you can get a replicable Furfrou of other forms is just going to be Zlamda if indeed it's
Yeah.
available in that. So
Right.
it's not even really an exception. It's just you being consistent with your other rules.
Right. Yeah, I already did the Meltan stuff, but you know, the thing is, this is the reason Meltan, Melmetal, and the Furfru forms are like still under consideration is because just because the game is live service doesn't mean that at the end of its service it won't be like it may be set up in such a way where as long as you can get the game on your phone, you can still like play it. If they take down the servers and they just go, okay, well here's a final update that makes the stuff that's in the game, you can still like access it. It just like generates random shit or whatever. Like the events that are baked into the game permanently,
That would then,
like the Melmetal, Meltan
yeah.
one, you could get them forever and then they would count. But I won't know if that's true
until
the game
game
dies.
stops being supported, which probably won't happen
So
for a
they're in a
long
weird
time because it's
limbo.
still popular and making money, right?
And here's the other fun thing is like, Gens 8 and 9 have DLC. At some point, that DLC will stop being offered.
But then you'll
They
be able
have
to.
made-
That is okay. That's
They
not a
have
problem,
made
because
versions of the games that are sold with it, but I don't know if it's actually on card or not.
Oh, that's something that was still an open question that we need to find out, wasn't it? Either way, you can still, like, it's at that point that's sort of like the Gen 2 Virtual Console, isn't it? Which you did count that as valid, even though that stopped being sold.
yeah, I don't.
It was
I don't
because of
care.
homebrew. But
Yes,
I don't
but it's the same thing
care
here. You
if,
could theoretically pirate or homebrew
Yeah,
for the DLC.
as
for
long
Gen 8.
as long as I can get an authentic copy of the game, like in terms of the ROM itself, the ROM hasn't been modified in any way. This is the original state it was released in. I don't care how I got it. I only care that I got it.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking, I think didn't we emulate a Gen 4 game on the DS or something? That's totally fine. I don't care.
And 5, yeah, we emulated
Yeah.
White.
That's totally fine because the ROM is valid, so it's okay.
Actually, I was gonna say we're emulating X, but no, we just
No.
we it's not being emulated, but it's not a legally obtained copy.
No.
Yeah.
It's just downloaded on the 3DS, which is also fine. I don't care about that.
As much as I'm annoyed by Dexit to this day, I will say I'm impressed that they did go out of their way to make sure that by the end of Gen 9, everything is available in a Switch game.
That's still debatable.
I thought we knew that all the... Okay, is there like one thing remaining? I know there's a very small list, and almost all of them were confirmed for Lysandra at this point, right?
I think everything is usable in a Gen 9 game. Spinda's the weird exception because it can't be transferred out of BDSP.
Yeah.
There's also Alolan Rattata, which I think is...
I thought you can get that in Let's Go.
It's in Let's Go, but I think it's like... There's some weird restriction with that one. I forget what it is. I think things can move out of Let's Go but not go back into it.
Okay, I mean,
And
still,
I
the
don't
point is
remember.
that you can get it into home from somewhere that doesn't rely on using bank. That form no longer exists. Battlebond Greninja doesn't exist, but it's still in the Pokédex. What does that mean? That you can put it into home, but... Or... Yeah, which Pokédex are you talking about? The National Pokédex?
Well, I think in Gen 9, Greninja with Battlebond is a valid thing, but Ash Greninja is not. I think they just changed the ability so it doesn't do a form change anymore.
Oh, okay. Why is Dragon Sweeper lagging so bad, by the way?
Oh, that's what that noise is. I was wondering.
Also, just, since we're pointing out stupid edge cases with the collection, let's not forget that Sky Shaman can be gotten from home. Or from Go, I mean.
Right. Yeah, whereas you normally can't put it into the PC without it reverting.
Yep.
Yeah. And then there's...
the same boat.
We still want to double check that it can't be moved out of, like, Legends Arceus or something.
Yeah.
But
There's
I
a
don't
couple
think it
things we
can.
need to check to see if it
There was
can
also
be
some
moved.
weird shit with Hoopa Unbound where in Oris, if you put it in the PC, it reverts to confined form. But I think in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, it doesn't. So if you have a Hoopa Unbound in those games, you can put it into home.
Right.
It's really weird. Like,
Yeah, there's some weird edge case shit we're gonna have to get to at some point. Anyway, I'm rapidly running out of time to have dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably take care of that.
I'll see you. I'm gonna keep streaming until I finish this. Jonettes, I'm curious. What other... Good night, Joel. I'm curious what other restrictions you have on your collection, if any. If not, that's fine. I'm just curious because, to me, like the idea of just finishing the home Pokedex is like. I mean, I've never done it, but in theory, it would be too easy because you could just trade for stuff. By my personal standards. Whereas, if you
Even then, there's like a little difficulty involved because if you want to have a living dex, then getting all the hard stuff requires having good things to trade for them. But yeah.
That's true. But in theory, you could just, yeah.
Yeah, if you're not doing living decks, then yeah, you could just, anything difficult, you can just kind of cycle through the GTS, I guess. Unless you still can't trade for mythicals. I don't remember if that's a thing.
My collection is if I don't have it yet, I need to get it. Isn't that true for every collection? Do you just mean...
I think that's what he's saying, is that there's no rules.
Okay. Otherwise, everything is captured in regular Pokeballs. But what about stuff you've, like, traded for on GTS? Do you only look for stuff that's in a Pokeball? Can you even filter by that?
Oh, nobody's gonna be fine. I don't know, but it's gonna be returned. Fuck that. Fuck what?
I've tried for that and got no success. I gave up on that idea. What, making sure everything traded is in a Pokeball? Here's the solution, is get it yourself and then you can guarantee it's in a Pokeball.
That's the best option.
Yep.
Especially when you have to, buy a game and play through it for a single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Good and evil, the one that decides is the one that finds out.
Let's see, 14. I've tried that and that doesn't work with Mythicals or Event Pokemon. Oh, I mean, yeah. There's always going to be exceptions. Stuff that you just can't get. I'm almost done here. I think there's nothing I can't click on at this point, so... Okay, now I need to be careful. Yeah, this is 11. I like how you can mark a 12 even though it's not... There's nothing with a 12. What were they thinking?
I love my brother because he lets me drink his calming milk when I'm feeling stressed.
Is this some fucking lolicon posting?
I don't know. It's posted by some group called Simpsons Pictures that I gone and done. The image does not have anything to do with The Simpsons.
Good. Yeah, my computer's just like lagging to fuck. It's been lagging in FF14 recently, which is concerning.
No.
Shut up. I'm annoyed by how many healing scrolls I'm having to use in this.
It's the Felft Doofed.
Yeah, this is kind of a shitty run. Well, what's left? 7s, I guess. That's a 6. 7. Guess I'll go 5-2.
Sizes are not so bad. Not as bad as the fucking authentic marks on Sinisty and Company.
That's actually something I do have in my own collection, funnily enough. Oh man, I have to punch.
I know Joel got he got Sinisty and Poltergeist in Sword before resetting it and has to get them again because I think the rules of the collection changed after having caught them. Never did. Sinistra. Not looking forward to the rare forms of Mouse Holden and Dunsparce either.
Oops. I'm glad you can't kill yourself by punching a brick too many times. That's a nice quality of life.
No.
Sure.
Why
All
did
right.
the book move?
Oh. It always does that. Oh yeah, I forgot to click the final EXP, but I basically got that.
Oh my god.
Also, I definitely was doing that for way longer than 18 minutes. I guess it didn't count time when I was tabbed out. Alright, anyway. Guess we'll call it there. Thanks for coming, guys. As usual, stream on Sunday.